I really like the one defense.
Yeah.
And how it impacts the big blind defense range where
Yeah.
there's an opener and a caller, early position, late position, and big blind defense reduces like drastically. Like it's you're barely defending what 33%, 35%.
Yeah. So, but today we're going to focus on post-flop. Of course, we have to take a look into some pre-flop spots as well. What are the ranges, and so you can also get an idea of what we're supposed to defend in the small blind, big blind. Checks has really a hard time to check call. It really leverages, or it really makes sense from the standpoint of overtaking the betting lead, dictate the size of the pot, and trying to realize the equity for a very cheap price. You always have to understand. You have to distinguish in multi-way pots between, okay, I want to see the river as cheap as possible, or I want to play a big pot. And then according to that, you try to find the best strategy possible. Out of position, multi-way 60% c-bet, like, there I'm probably losing a lot of money in multi-way pots. So, and if you belong to that category of already just understanding some core principles, you will belong to the top 1% of guys that play in multi-way pots. That's it. That's it. You don't need to sit down and learn every single frequency by heart, not even the hands. Just having this idea, okay, we should be very aggressive. At the end, if you step 65%, 85%, 100%, doesn't matter. But you are like, I would say you belong to the 0.01% of players in your pool that understand that. That's it. Like if you're here and there a little bit off with the hand that you select, the EVs are going to be relatively the same. If you bet 1/3, 1/4, or even 38% pot, it's not going to make such a big difference. But because then you start understanding how your range interacts with this board compared to your opponent's ranges. And that's what we're trying to learn here, and that's what you also try to incorporate. And I don't want you to copy paste all the ranges and try to learn them by heart and wait until the spot occurs. And then that was the range, and I'm going to bet this frequent. Then even look at the clock. Oh, it's below 30 randomized, so now I'm going to bet. Next time it's after 30, I'm going to check. That's not.
Without then testing bits and things. Yeah.
But I was all dressed for my first seminar and like being all formal.
She's like literally sitting here with ties on. Like.
Yeah, but I put on shoes. Like I'm like, this is a serious class.
So, what's your first impressions of the morning session around multi-way play?
Intensive.
Intensive?
Yeah. A lot of information. But a lot of information. Lot to take in.
Yeah.
But definitely workable.
Was there any parts of it that really stood out to you, like that you thought maybe you had down and realized that maybe there was some tweaks you had to make to your game?
Yeah, so there are spots where you're intuitively doing certain things and the solver tells you to do other things, and so that was very interesting, and and understanding why that is, what kind of board textures you are employing a certain strategy and how the solver is thinking and everything, and that's always interesting.
Excellent. As someone who's kind of newer to going toward the professional route, what was your thoughts on it?
Once you started talking about the small blind, calling the middle position and late position, how often you fold out of the big blind I realized how big of a leak I have there. Because like the one guy said that you're going to call all the time, aren't you, out of the big blind? How often is the big blind not calling here? I was realizing I called all the time out of the big blind too. So there was a huge leak I realized right there. I actually liked all the questions everybody else asked. Because like myself, when I'm watching the course on my own, I don't have all those other thoughts in my head. Like,
something you don't quite think of.
Yeah, because people are more experienced than I am. So like to get that feedback was also really good. To like have their questions asked and be like, oh, I didn't even think about those questions. So I'm glad they asked them. So that was pretty good too.
It's good to see how the people playing at the higher levels are actually the ones that we're probably struggling against in the same room, telling us how they're playing against us, which is quite kind of surreal. Like you're outside of it, it's like an out-of-body experience where you're looking in and you're like a fly in the wall. That's what it almost feels like.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like you should be here, but everyone should be here. Everyone should be learning.
kind of a pizza are you guys?
I think pepperoni. We're not for cheese. You see? Fancy, okay?
Obviously kidding.
So you guys can say if your minds are blown, at least if not slightly, or
Yeah.
you learning something?
No, we
we
already knew all this stuff, you know.
Oh, it's just basic stuff.
Yeah,
so
just
far.
basic stuff.
Come hey. Oh, there's Chester. We found him.
camera, yo.
No, but it was good. You anything surprise you? Or?
I mean,
Everything?
Yeah, with
Everything.
but we were pretending like, yeah, this makes sense. We weren't, you know.
Yeah.
We weren't like, oh my god,
Most
we
of
missed
it-
so many spots.
Like now that you have seen it though, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you know,
but it's gonna take time to process.
yeah. Like you probably have to get
I
yourself
think we'll have
accustomed.
to check the flyers again
Yeah.
a few times.
Maybe 10%. No, you cannot record.
No.
Maybe no. It's off record.
Fabrice Bigot,
And where are you from?
France.
So, what motivated you to come out to Barcelona for this bootcamp?
The team, because I knew the team already from Vienna, and because the spirit around the meeting is always awesome. And also the content, obviously.
And what are you hoping to gain this week in terms of your own poker knowledge and understanding?
I mean, multiway obviously is going to be like the next step, and also being able to be around and surrounding by open-minded people and maybe connect with them on the future and work with them. This is, I think, the two of the best part I was hoping when I was coming here. Yeah. And obviously every content that will be taught to us during the week.
You were at the Vienna bootcamp, not the bootcamp, but you were at the Vienna meetup.
Yeah.
So what feeling did you get there that really made you want to come to this one as well?
The way of how Bencb is working. Like everything is organized, and when you play poker as a professional, you know how hard it is to stay focused in it. So I knew that if you were making a bootcamp, it was going to be like organized really, really well. So I was like, I'd sign up anyway.